HulkSmash is having as a standard second pio tier 1 opening. He haven't picked the commander, so I guess it's not going to be coastal, which is HulkSmash specialty. But FeriG is going for the meta build, so this will be a rough game, I guess, for HulkSmash.
Yeah. I don't know when the last time we saw Assault Engineers will be weird, I think.
It's pretty interesting because they was not nerfed, so they are still pretty meta. But in the auto match scene, it's not really used anymore, as it was before, but it doesn't mean that it's not like still in a broken tier.
Yeah. So it's probably Assault Engineers with MGs, right? Like tier 2. Not really mixing them with Riflemen.
I don't think it's going to be tier 1 for US. Doesn't really make sense. It's going to be tier 2 with the fast half track, I think.
Yeah, I see that as well. HulkSmash getting a second Grenadier, not going for an MG for crowd control. And that might
yeah.
be needed though. Like four Assault Engineers on the way.
And this sandbag build time indirectly buffed the assault engineers because you can just build the sandbags everywhere, so they are not as vulnerable to ranged units like grenadiers or MGs anymore.
Yeah.
You can delay for a really long time by just sitting in heavy cover. And FeriG knows this. He went for the offensive fuel. Meanwhile, he's capturing the other side of the map and delaying the fuel income for HulkSmash.
Yeah, Wehrmacht losing fuel is something you are not really happy about. You kind of want to have the decent timing on your LVs, because they have probably the smallest window of opportunity before they are countered. So losing fuel there definitely hurts a lot.
If FeriG rushes out the half track right now, it will be really hard for HulkSmash to counter it. The side fuel is going to be decapped, most likely. Maybe not. That's good for HulkSmash if he can save this fuel. But still, he's really behind with fuel right now.
Yeah, I don't think he will save his safe fuel there. It will get decapped. Because our Assault Grenadier denies the Grenadier. But I have to admit, HulkSmash is doing the dance relatively well. He did not lose a model yet. Obviously, FeriG is also not leading much, but still a little bit more damage on his side there.
It doesn't really matter if the US is losing models here at all. The only thing which is meaningful here is the fuel denial. And the damage was done. Actually, the fuel difference is 11 now. So Feri is having 11 fuel more than HulkSmash at this point. Which doesn't look much, but with the half-track rush timing... Oh, it's actually... Feri is filling in an MG before the half-track.
I think that's fair.
If he doesn't turn off reinforcing, it can delay the half-track a bit. I think that's a mistake, but we will see.
How much is the half-track? 240, right? 240?
250/30.
He is reinforcing now. He missed the half-track.
Yeah, he reinforced, timing. Yeah. But not by too much. And he get medic also. Interesting. So Feri is not really going for the half-track rush.
And HulkSmash is going for infantry officers.
I'm not really seeing the reasoning why he's doing this.
He has 4 grenadiers on the field, so there's a lot of veterancy 1 procs.
Orders have been carried out.
But does... HulkSmash actually has some fuel for Panzerfausting, I mean some munition for Panzerfausting, but...
And it feels like HulkSmash was able to stabilize, though. He is on the offensive towards FeriG's fuel. He, by the way, picked Luftwaffe.
Luftwaffe, I heard the people are starting to experimenting with it in 1v1. It's starting to be a thing again. But I think the meta is not super developed around that, but it looks like to me Luftwaffe is getting a comeback in 1v1.
And HulkSmash is getting a 5th Grenadier.
Interesting.
That's something I was not expecting.
Maybe FeriG is going for a Greyhound. That's uncharacteristic from him, but not unlikely. No, he's going for the half track now.
I feel like going that late for the half track is a misplay. Cause the half
Not
track is...
necessarily.
I don't think he needed heal that desperately though.
M3 half track moving to the line.
I mean, it's 221 timing, so obviously FeriG doesn't know what the enemy is going to get, but if he's getting a 221, he either need a bazooka squad or an M3 half truck. And the M3 half truck, it's just usable for a longer time. Okay, it diffused the mine.
So many pioneers and no sweeper. But it's not the end of the world. Actually, probably best case scenario because he only loses tempo, but no manpower was lost or there is no real threat for the half track.
Yeah.
I think HulkSmash has no interest of countering the half track. He's getting a mortar. What is going on?
Interesting choice.
Enemy activity.
I can see why he's getting a mortar here.
Against the 1MG?
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
I'm interested what HulkSmash is going to do. I guess he's dropping, he's dropping this on a drop,
Victory
airdrop,
control.
G40s.
I don't like this AT gun. But maybe against half
he
track
need-
it's fine.
It's not super bad. It is what it is if you have the munition for it. But in that case, you can't really have Panzerschrecks.
First shot off.
HulkSmash has 0 ammo and he has no income either.
Yeah, he has the fuel though from FeriG and he will connect it soon.
One grenadier is down on the side.
Well, he still has 4.
He still has 4, yeah.
But yeah, grenadiers don't scale, like they're good due to their utility in merge, but 5 grenadiers feels a little bit of an overinvestment.
If you are planning to
Contact.
retransfer them
Point is being overrun.
to something else later, that can be okay or justified.
A victory point is under attack. We must act. We've lost
It's
control
kind
of
of,
the sector.
I guess it's kind of okay against assault grenade engineers because you're not really losing too much manpower when fighting against these squads.
Heavy machine gun
Yeah,
has
that's a
been
good
requisitioned.
point, but still. It feels not that effective at the moment.
We will see how this game unfolds. I wouldn't say that HulkSmash is losing at this point. I mean, situation is not the best, but it's not the worst either. The game is going to be decided a bit later than this. Obviously, FeriG is having a really good position, and yeah, we can expect US to dominate early game with this build. But Wehrmacht can come back later if played correctly. So HulkSmash was controlling the VPs alright, he only lost like 70 so far, so the game can take a bit longer.
Yeah. We have upgrade 76mm going on anti-MG duty with its long barrage. I'm surprised that he upgraded the half track. He's really expecting an LV there. Usually only upgraded when you have the need or the threat of an other half.
If the enemy is having an 80 mortar and an MG, I think it's always worth it to upgrade it and use it as a mortar. Uh-oh, the captain is possible to be wiped on retreat.
Not Captain Dan! But
That was lucky.
Grenadiers have go back to basic training to improve on their shooting skills. Really lucky there for FeriG.
To be honest, losing a captain at this stage of the game is like not super crippling. You can always just rebuild it for
Victory point is under attack.
150.
We must act.
That's true, but it's also a veterancy reset, I think, and
Yeah, the veterancy reset is always a problem, but not at this point of the game. It's a bit of a problem later when you really need the Mark vehicle against heavier tanks.
fair enough. HulkSmash meanwhile tagged
One of our
up to
munitions
tier
points
2
is being
for
neutralized.
Luftwaffe and is getting a 20mm flak. Really support heavy build order.
The Flak 30 is getting more and more popular in the current meta, I think.
They've captured a victory point.
People are trying to counter US MGs 30 cals with it.
It outranges the
because-
MGs, so technically it should counter it, but it feels like due to the 75mm half track, it's not as effective due to the barrage.
As soon as you hear the barrage, you need to move it. So you need to, your micro needs to be on top with this because it's a really powerful weapon, but it's really easy to lose it. And placement of this is matters the most in all towing weapons, because this thing has no accuracy against infantry, so it's always scatter based, and if anything is in front of you, between you and your target,
Oh,
it's
75 has to run. Nice
not to do
ambush
anything.
from the half track. Might go down if Grenadiers commit. I think Swarland would kill it if he's chasing.
And the base bunker is
A weapon.
Well, he
going to
needs the 30
save
kill.
it.
A munitions point is being attacked.
Okay, stealing an MG
I
is
think
good, but if he's losing the grenadier because of it, it's not that good.
Yeah, this should be fine.
50-50.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he gets.
which is a bit lucky.
Report that you're our victory
It's
point.
good.
HulkSmash in the meantime
Yeah.
taking up support elements,
We've
so
taken them down to
Wirbelwind
300
action.
points, Commander. A victory point is under enemy
I have to admit, I
control.
like HulkSmash's position at the moment.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Yes, it's good, but FeriG is going for tier 4 and can afford a tank in like 2 minutes. So with this current fuel income.
Yeah,
So
fair
even
enough.
if
Vehicles ready to take to the field.
stealing or donating an MG as US is often not that crippling as it should be, I think. So
We have a mortar pit coming up.
Research carried out.
Let's,
mortar pits will be really crucial against this Flux 30.
yeah,
Smokes needed here.
it's also constant pressure there on the mortar. Constant indirect fire. It's really strong against the support weapon. By the way, HulkSmash not retreating his 2-man MG. But I don't think the shipment will have as a big of an impact. Maybe the Easy 8, I don't know. But Easy 8 is still a bit far off. Martyrs
I think
are an option,
one
right?
Sherman or one bulldozer is going to be filled in, and HulkSmash can try to counter them with murders.
Sector gone.
And Martyrs are great, especially when the enemy has no AT guns on the field.
Yes. Especially the Wehrmacht one, which has extended range.
Defend our victory point.
However,
I would say that HulkSmash is maybe a bit more favored here, because this is Fame on Wheel, and the US vehicles can't be used on the sides that effectively. The more they have an easier time rotating on this map than in other maps.
we
And
have
there are only 2 Crusher shot blockers here in the map.
the Jaeger on the field, he refitted the Grenadier. I think you don't see it that often. I'm not a big fan of it because it's a more expensive Jaeger and you lose all the veterancy progress.
Is getting reconnaissance package for the Jaegers. I don't really know about this.
I don't like this
Panzer
upgrade.
A a Panzer. It's not necessarily a bad upgrade, but in this stage of the game, you will need Panzer Shreks.
The enemy is stealing our munitions.
Well, if
point.
FeriG goes for a bulldozer, Shreks won't be as effective.
Enemy movement.
Some sort of handheld AT is needed, I think, if they're trying to dive the murders.
Sherman 10. A victory point.
Yeah, I guess I'm doing
Fer is
some good
controlling the
offline sweeping.
VPs. Fer is controlling the VPs nicely, so there is VP pressure is happening.
But I think this will shift soon now.
Weapon support center is taking
105 is on the field,
damage.
new MGs on the way.
Our territory is cut off from supply. Reconnect with it.
HulkSmash has 0 manpower. He has fuel. He queued in a murder,
We've lost the
so in like a minute he would have an answer for the bulldozer.
Bulldozer got 2 hits by the LG-40 and got barely any damage in.
It's surprising to me that thing can even damage a tank.
Well, in real life it was not used as an anti-tank weapon, but more of like an indirect fire unit designed for paratroopers, so they
Defend our
can combat
victory
drop it
point.
in
We're losing it.
as well, so paratroopers at least have some indirect fire. But I think in the later stage of the war it also got some heat rounds. But yeah, technically it's not an anti-tank weapon. Marder is blocking himself due to the tree lights, but gets a shot off.
Enemy at 250 points.
I think Marder and Jaeger G43 upgrade is actually not that bad of an idea due to the flare. You can get vision for the Marder. In my opinion, Marder's biggest weakness is spotting.
Point is under
Yeah, I mean it's not really a bad upgrade. It's just especially against this assault engineer build.
They've captured a victory point.
Some skirmishes are going on.
Okay, Ferry is going to have triple capacity. No, HulkSmash is doing a really great job of at least trying to control one VP. But HulkSmash will need to win this game by just overpowering the US Army because eventually he's going to run out of VPs.
Yeah,
There is
he needs to make something happen rather soon than later. At the moment, he's slowly bleeding out.
There is just no way to control the map against. Oh, the Flux 30 get destroyed by the demolition satchel.
That's a huge pickup there for sure.
Sector's been overrun. It's theirs now.
Second Marder maybe, and the Wirbelwind? I don't think HulkSmash can afford to take up. It feels like it will be a full tier 2.5 game.
That's his only option at the moment.
Man point should be spent when possible.
Let me check the stats real quick.
Enemy activity. Munitions point.
Actually, HulkSmash was trading fairly good. He has considerably more kills than losses than FeriG, but the US economy is just too powerful.
Well, I think FeriG is trading manpower for map control.
But FeriG manpower economy is there is 0 problems with it right now. He can
Yeah, I
afford
mean, it's
his next
totally
tank.
fine. We have
And he
HE,
didn't even have advanced logistics, so
we have 2 G43 Jaegers. I thought the second one will be turned into a Shrek.
okay. So HulkSmash is getting the veterancy upgrade for the Luftwaffe company. Luftwaffe officer quarters. I don't know about this. I wouldn't get this before I'm getting the second murder. You desperately need more units here.
Yeah, he needs more AT. G40s don't get suppressed by MGs. That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess it's considered a weapon team.
Sherman tank.
Yeah, well, MGs also get suppressed though.
I mean these heavy weapon teams or whatever.
Yeah.
But they can retreat.
Middle is under such a firm grip of FeriG. Every time HulkSmash tries to deny it or capture it, he gets denied.
Okay, so FeriG had a regular Sherman build. He could have afforded an easy 8, but in this case, an easy 8 I don't think it's needed, and I think it's just better if you can smoke with the regular Sherman. But this push is a bit ambitious with this Sherman.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he tries to achieve with that.
There could have been a mine there. I don't think he swept that area.
He's lucky that he did not hit the mine, but well, HulkSmash never put down any.
Yeah, I mean, he can't. He can afford them. He
I
has
think he's
200
banking for
munitions.
steel planes.
But is it going to do anything?
Well, Luftwaffe skill planes are the weakest. However, better than nothing, I guess. Since
Because at this moment, the fragmentation bomb is not going to help because there are not really 80 guns for FeriG. Okay, they're pushing the Murder.
Murder
Let's see
is
how
dead.
this is going.
oh, Sherman might get picked off though.
It's going to survive, man.
No, he
And the
won't.
Sherman is dead. Okay, this is... the Murder survived and the Sherman died. So this is a big win for HulkSmash. But is this enough to change the course of the game? We will see.
Well, FeriG has a shit ton of resources, even getting a fuel cache.
Yeah, and at this point it's just going to be a Sherman 3D printing, or maybe Easy 8 will be the next. And FeriG is having an infinite amount of ammunition, so he could use Seek and Destroy to save that Sherman too, so...
Yeah, I can see second destroy.
The Jaeger squad is going to decap the other side, so HulkSmash can win a couple more minutes.
Victory point. A victory point has fallen into enemy
But I
control.
think once the thing is with HulkSmash, with his build order, he has a lot of units that can't work on their own. They need other units, but FeriG has a lot of units that can work on their own. So HulkSmash is really like
They have taken
not
our victory
mobile,
point.
and FeriG is really exploiting that well.
One Murder is going down to help out the Jaeger with this bulldozer.
Infantry, get to cover.
If HulkSmash can win this fight on the top VP,
Attacked.
then it's reasonable that he will be able to control 2 VPs for some time.
Mada is in
But
position.
but these assault grenadiers in heavy cover, man.
They never die, man. Where's the Watcher? Watcher's doing some good work. Veteran C2 already.
Territory lost. They have 200 points remaining.
We have a Sherman on the way. Oh, LG40 has to retreat. Will get recruited by the bulldozer.
4A1 Sherman deploying.
A nice attack grounding from the Murder.
Bulldozer attacks on ground but does nothing.
Yeah, not landing a direct hit with the bulldozer on a vehicle is not dealing too much damage.
By the way, you could technically attack on, if you attack on ground, try to hit rear armor to do extra damage. If
Okay,
you're already...
let the RNG Jesus decide on that where it's going to land. It looks like to me that HulkSmash is stabilizing a bit. He lost the Pioneer
Yeah, no
and
chance
the
they
middle,
got deleted by direct fire.
but he is stabilizing, I guess. There is going to be 3 murders. The 3 murders needs to be controlled with a second bazooka squad from FeriG, I guess.
Yeah, but manpower is slowly starting to be an issue for FeriG. He has no advanced logistics. So he's bleeding a lot. And HulkSmash coming in me will now slowly start pulling ahead. He has reserve infantry. He has no med bunker, but still. He can merge into the Jaegers if he wants.
Actually, HulkSmash is starting to get lots of resources. So at this point, he might be able to take to tier 4 and get a bulldozer, not the bulldozer, the broom bar.
It's
Because the Shermans are going to have a hard time dealing with the broom bar. And he has 3 murders, which can deal with the Easy 8 or the Hellcat.
he's getting more infantry though.
Okay, that's the only thing which he's not supposed to do, I think. But let's see, maybe he's going to come up with something.
I think Roomba would be actually really nice to deal with the infantries. Because that's the only real threat that HulkSmash has at the moment.
Realistically thinking with HulkSmash had that at this point going for the Brumbar would be a really big investment, and he needs the VPs because FeriG is going to have triple cap again. So the Brumbar might be a better option, but
It's
I
far
don't
off.
necessarily think that it's an option that can HulkSmash afford.
Yeah, but he needs
This is-
something against the MGs. The one mortar is not doing its job.
He needs to use the mortar for smoking more. He's not smoking them at all. Smoking with he is actually. He's smoking at the mid, so he can decap. That's nice.
German Easy 8 vehicle production underway.
Okay, he's decapturing the top VP now.
Yeah, but I think anti-tank wise, HulkSmash is fine. He needs better anti-infantry. He will lose a Jäger in middle.
Commander, we're losing territory.
That's a big loss, sadly. The bigger problem is even if HulkSmash loses here, he barely managed to take any VPs from FeriG.
Yeah.
Because some people from the pro scene are just trying to take as much VPs as Axis as possible, because they know that as Axis they're not really can steadily win. So going for the VPs is often just a better option. But against us South engineers, it's a really hard thing to do.
Yeah, fair.
Not just winning, but actually taking VPs. Mine's going down in the middle.
Middle is so under lockdown. Every time HulkSmash tries to get it, he dies.
This is the problem with Morders, that 1 or 2 bazooka squads can really easily bully them.
Oh, 105 Sherman might get picked off. One more shot.
We're losing the territory point. Enemy.
That's a good shot.
That's a German
It's dead.
Level 5 destroyer.
I felt like a mismicro by FeriG. He kind of stopped mid running away.
I think using the Seek and Destroy would save a couple of vehicles for him at this point.
We've lost control
Because
of the
he's
sector.
sitting on like 300 manpower, he can just freely use this ability a couple of times. Like he could like use this like 4 or 5 times in this game. I mean, not by this time, but in this game.
Yeah. Big push now from HulkSmash down the middle. I think once he kills the half track, he will be in a way better position.
Defend our
The half
victory
track is
point.
really the
We're
bully
losing.
here that gives so much more indirect fire support.
Pushed us off a sector.
There is a verbal in the middle.
Skill planes! The button has been clicked!
Okay. Actually, this is not going to do too much, but maybe he can try to push the Shermans. Oh my god, the Jaegers died on retreat to the
Yeah, they got
Shermans.
chased
That was
to
a lucky
death.
shot.
One more.
The problem with these gear planes, yeah, it did nothing basically.
By
Just
the
winning
way,
some mob control to
look at the
HulkSmash.
mortar, how it moved. out of the pit. How far away it is by now.
One Certical is defending the left VP. It's really annoying to deal with. But HulkSmash is having 2 VPs now, so...
Yeah, he might lose the Wibble though. Should put it on hold fire. Hold fire and don't stop moving! Why are you stopping?
You've lost the territory.
Yeah. It was showing its backwards, so...
Yeah, kids, don't go back first into the war. That's not healthy.
Engineers taking losses here. What a drill. Engineers
New Jägers on the field.
Is under fire.
get to cover. Damn MG. He's in range. Cover his position.
Yeah, the 76 man, it's such an annoying unit to deal with. And it dies.
Okay, the half truck is dead, but at this point of the game, it's like not the worst.
Well,
Loss
it was
ever.
decent anti-tank, right? And it has a lot indirect fire. I think the indirect fire makes this unit so good.
Yeah, but there isn't. I mean, there is still 2 MGs. Okay, so FeriG. FeriG is still having the mortar, but the mortar is so far away from the sandbags now.
Yeah, it moved. It moved good. I love this bug.
Under attack. We must act.
Putting down more emplacement might make sense here because he has Ferry's having an infinite amount of munition
A victory point
and
is in control now.
has a little bit more manpower to put down a couple of more of these to deal with the MGs, do some smoking. But at this point, I think it's just Ferry just need to sit on 2 VPs. He doesn't really have to do too much to win here.
Yeah, just relax. Play it down. I don't think HulkSmash can do anything.
He just need to like hold 2 or 3 more minutes with 2 VPs, right? And he won.
Yeah, something. I think 3 or 4 minutes with the current tick rate, something like this.
Okay, Sherman's pushing the murders.
Mara gets
dead.
picked off.
Bazooka squad bullying the murders really hard.
42 in range.
They've captured a victory point.
Yes, MGs are really needed to be moved around murders so they can instantly shut down the bazooka squads as soon as they try to approach.
I still think FeriG HulkSmash has an anti-infantry problem, not an anti-tank problem.
Oh my god, the murder was almost destroyed by the satchel charge.
Satchel, yeah.
Yeah, on the hindsight, I think HulkSmash would needed to risk tier 4 here. There was just no way of winning with getting more Jaegers.
Yeah, he needed something that absorbs damage, right? That takes some damage so that Bardas can deal out their damage in the meantime. And be able to push off infantry.
Enemy down to 75 points and falling. One of our munitions
Yeah,
points being
I'm not sure
neutralized.
if HulkSmash will even drain a single more VP.
Territory point is no longer under our control.
We will see. He can fit 1 more skill planes into this game, I think. With that, he will be able to decap one of the VPs again. Don't know if it's going to be enough. With the current army composition, maybe HulkSmash can send down the mortar to deal with that MG, but it takes an infinite amount of time for a mortar to take out a
MG side of the
30
building, yeah, but
Yeah.
especially a 30 cal.
It's smoked, but Ferry is
Reacting, sending over the Sherman.
Yeah. The top VP can be decapped. The middle is... Ferry is getting ready for a big push here.
We're losing it.
Yeah, he could. There's nothing that can HulkSmash do it. He has one martyr on this
Victory point
side.
is under enemy control now.
Damn MG! He's in range! Cover his position!
Some nice
Bazookas.
damage though from the martyr.
The problem is that the MGs are not in position again to deal with the bazooka squad, so the murders are just going to be bullied.
HulkSmash broke the VP drain though.
Ferry is just... I don't know. At this point, he could just rally all the Shermans at the middle, put down the big smoke screen behind the VP, capture the VP and sit on it and just win the game.
Yeah, with only 48 VPs in the bank, you kinda need to triple cap, because when you lose the double cap once, you are dead. Maybe double Wirbelwind. I'm not sure about that, but that might do the trick.
Actually, HulkSmash manpower economy was, I think, pretty good in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
Even at this point, he could have afforded a tier 4 and get a Brumbar. He's having skill planes now, so he's
Yeah, he's using them to defend
winning
the
a couple
VP.
more minutes. Yes. I think HulkSmash could have won this.
Yeah,
but
I think
this
he attacked wrong.
Yeah, but this, I mean, not necessarily he could win in a sense that he would win the game by going for tier 4, but because obviously he had a big pressure to just pump out units.
Lost the scout squad.
Wilbur will go down.
But getting these verbal wins was, I think, an absolute waste.
Oh, Wirbelwind survived, gets the Sherman.
That's fine. That's
German
good.
tank destroyed.
Okay, this VP down here is rock solid, so I don't think HulkSmash can decapture that. But in the top VP, we need some infantry to be decaptured.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
He's trying to
Kill.
break or go for triple cap. VMG retreats.
Okay, let's see if these two murders can do something about these Shermans. If one of the Shermans can be picked off, but there is still a third Sherman coming, and the two bazooka squads are also coming. Oh my god, HulkSmash is decapturing the other VP.
Yeah.
Our opponent
Looks like HulkSmash is
under their
suddenly
control.
back on the menu, at least for the moment. But I'm not sure if he has enough time to make something happen. FeriG is pop capped though, so adjustments to Abi are not possible anymore.
FeriG is also having the option to all-in. Because he has 3 Shermans, 2 bazooka squads, and there is, oh my god, there is a handheld AT now. So there is actually a
Good,
Shrek
but-
Jäger.
If you want to see a shit ton of mines exploding, I would advise you to watch on the right hand side now.
We must pull this back.
Maybe
We're
we
down
didn't
300
give enough credit to HulkSmash, and maybe he can come back into this game.
No, he can't. He window sweep all the mines the old fashioned way.
Enemy
I mean,
activity near
but
our
he doesn't.
victory point.
He has a Pioneer at the middle, bugged down by an MG. Oh my god, he hit all the mines with the mortars. Okay,
Told you.
okay, I jinxed it, man. I jinxed it. But in all seriousness, HulkSmash was doing whatever he can, and it was a really good game on his part.
Let's go, HE, LG40. Red pins the MG in middle. So, no triple cap.
Taking rounds! Enemy
Okay, HulkSmash is still holding, but he doesn't really have enough pioneers to repair these
He needs more
mortars in
engineers.
time.
Prove the survivability of our infantry.
FeriG could act. Oh my god, he went for the recovery vehicle. He could have gone for the self-repair. I mean, FeriG is always going for the self-repair ability. I don't know why he picked the recovery vehicle here, because he could have repaired his Shermans in a millisecond and just push the mortars. I don't know if he knows that the mortars are having engine damage.
Technically, he should have seen that both hit mines, but sometimes it's a lot of going on. You might miss that.
Okay, I don't think there is going to be one more skill planes. The HulkSmash doesn't have enough ammo.
Yeah, he's
only have 40
getting
ammo.
Shreks.
Yeah, it would take 4 more minutes to get. Okay, the Shrekjäger is chased away. Oh, the Shermans.
The Wilbur man.
The mortar was decrewed finally.
That free mortar goes down.
It is a really good mortar going for 40 minutes.
Yeah, but
Without being decrewed.
Zooks are sprinting in.
Do they have such a charge
Nope,
or
he
not?
went for phosphor shot.
But anyway, he's going to chase away the murders. Maybe going to destroy one.
And that might be game though.
Looks
One
like
mortar
yes.
gets picked off.
FeriG should decapture the top VP with that captain.
I need to deny fuel brain man at minute 42. No, you don't. You have to go for VPs. LG40 gets destroyed. Shrek misses, but double cap still for HulkSmash. Oh, Wibble will get picked off, or not. Yeah, here we go. Sherman gets picked off in return. But FeriG has resources for days. He can replace the losses easily. But no, with double Shreks at the border.
Maybe FeriG doesn't know that HulkSmash doesn't have ammo for the skill planes and he's a bit afraid of it to commit all his units to one place.
Easy 8 now on the field. First easy 8 of the game.
Okay, FeriG just need to push into the middle and he won.
But he was able to bleed a lot of VPs for FeriG in the last 5 minutes.
Yes, he did really good. 200 VPs is pretty solid.
200 points remaining on the front line.
Oh, he forced off the MG. I don't think FeriG can cap middle now.
I would use some smokes at the middle. Smoking the VP would be enough, I think, to capture it. Okay, it's captured now.
Our VP is under pressure and will be kept. Oh, Marder getting some side shots in.
Sprinting bazooka squads again.
You're gonna love it.
And there is a mark on the murder, so it's visible in the fog of war.
But he should get away. Not like that doesn't matter, but...
Almost there.
Yeah, HulkSmash is having almost 500 fuel in this game. He couldn't really utilize.
I think he should have taken
Fuel.
up. Fuel was never the issue, and during the mid game, before he started spamming Jaegers, he had the manpower for taking up as well. I think
Instead of the 2 Wirbelwinds, he needed to take up and get a Brumber.
We've got him. Enemy down to 10 points.
I think Marders with Brumbear would have maybe not won him the game, but would had put a lot more pressure on FeriG.
It's a question if he could survive the upfront cost.
I
But
think
eventually,
he could. I think he could.
I think at minute 30 he would be able to. He just needed to skip the 2 verbal wins because the 2 verbal wins was absolutely doing nothing.
What's the best late game counter or worst late game counter to easy 8s? Marders are good.
Murders and Panthers, but
Yeah.
obviously HulkSmash didn't have access to Murders. Other than that, only Murders and Mines.
I think Shreks are
That's
also
it.
fine. Easy 8 does not have to. Normal Shaman is better AoE.
I mean, as a defensive role, yes, if it's trying to dive to your murders, then sure, but as an offensive role, you are just going to bleed too much manpower
Yeah,
trying to
that's true.
chase an easy 8 with a Shrek.
That's true. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was a really nice game number 1. We will be right back with game number 2, so don't run away, just do it quickly bathroom break, and see you in a sec. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for game number 2. Can HulkSmash redeem himself, or will FeriG pull ahead and go for a good 2-0? What are we expecting on Fame will approach, my dear friend Mule?
So, Ferry is going for a co-star build. It's getting popular again, and it's pretty strong, but it's stronger against the British. So I don't know how good is this going to be against US. So HulkSmash can't play armored because it was banned by FeriG. I think that was a smart move. So let's see. It's going to be an MG based build from HulkSmash. We don't know if it's probably going to be the Pershing one, because he didn't pick the airborne.
Yeah, by the way, FeriG showing off a nice little micro trap with off-map units that walk on the map. If you retreat them, they are faster towards your base, and then you can move them towards the front line. You save a couple of seconds there.
This is the most up-to-date patch change that you can actually build sandbag under fire, because it's just so quick to build that it's better just to build it and take a little bit of damage than not building it. So okay, so this is a better opening for FeriG than it was for HulkSmash, because he has a really good strong position at the middle and on one of the fuel, even if it's the offensive fuel for FeriG.
Well, that was kind of to be expected. FeriG going for cordon infantry, and so he has more numbers on the field.
And FeriG had the connection earlier to his fuel, so the half track is going to be delayed a bit. There is still no connection to the fuel, so the fuel difference is not much, only a little bit. But the half track is going to be delayed by a couple of like 10 seconds or so, which can be a lot in this caliber of games.
Yeah.
If FeriG is wiring everything.
Well, with the increased build time on everything, of course you start wiring everything. And MG from HulkSmash is out of position. It decided to show its butt to the...
The problem is with co-stars that they are absolutely unusable on flanking operations. They deal no damage on move and when out of cover, so the MG can easily just reposition itself.
And I think HulkSmash will go for the cutoff there, at least it would be smart. Here we go.
Yeah, and I think this is the problem, he did not build the sandbags there. If HulkSmash would put the sandbags down there, he could just sit there for an infinite amount of time on the cutoff, and Ferry would be a really big trouble. This is also
got the
good.
decap, so
He get the decap, but FeriG is just going to run up, build the sandbags, and now, yeah, I think HulkSmash made a big mistake here, giving up his really huge advantage.
Enemy infantry. Close
Yeah,
in.
yeah, I agree. Half track is on the way for HulkSmash. By the way, yesterday, HulkSmash played also Coastals on Villa Fiore. And I'm not sure if you saw the game, but he was, during the MG repositioned, he just built sandbags while the MG was setting up, so it couldn't suppress him.
Infantry, get to cover.
Okay, HulkSmash is relocating. He's steadily holding this side of the map, so that's good. Okay, flanking coastals on the other side.
Yeah, they will do damage in 1, 2, 3 business days.
Okay, the half track is on the field.
M3 half track moving to the line.
Medic
Now
coming up.
HulkSmash is building a medic. FeriG is also building a base medic. And a Flux 30.
Yeah, so nothing unusual there.
Okay, so it's the Ranger Commander. We are having artillery observers. I mean, this is kind of smart, getting the RT observer, because you can use the beacon to have artillery support on half of the map against coastals, which can only operate in cover. So if you can deny cover for them, that's great.
76 upgrade is already in. He's using the artillery observer ability to speed up the first artillery barrage.
It's also increasing range, so
It's also great against the 20mm flag.
yes, it is.
Second or third MG is on the way.
Contact. Full arms. Radio intercept.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
Get to cover.
HMG
HulkSmash is doing too much artillery at the same time. But he's
Yeah.
destroying the cover, so that's good. This 75mm, whenever it's not doing anything, it should be always shooting at cover.
Yeah, destroying
It's
it.
not the easiest thing to destroy it or click on it, but this kind of strategic point is actually a pay-to-lose strategic point option, because it's easier to target sandbags around it. So if you're having the normal one, it's harder to target sandbags around it.
He's destroyed all the setbacks in the middle.
Remember, kids, it's the meta to use the basic one. The basic strategic point cosmetics.
Jesus Christ, are we devolving to such a thing already?
We've lost the territory sector.
Artillery observer.
I mean,
Enemy
Doing some
activity
damage.
near our munitions point.
people were not really care about destroying sandbags in the previous patch, because it was not super... It was not everywhere, but now it's everywhere. And you need to do a considerable amount of effort to destroy them and wire them off, things and stuff. Okay, so the Flux 30 is countering the MGs nicely.
Does not look like it though. The damage is really mediocre at best.
We must
There is a well, the ambient object between the target.
it eats
so
the
it
shots.
was just
It's theirs now.
90% of the shots was just...
Enemy control.
This is why I said the Flux 30 placement is extremely crucial where you put it down.
Yeah.
It's the difference between big damage and zero damage.
Oh, Jäger getting some avoidable damage from the artillery observer barrage.
Pull your thumb out of your ass right now.
We have a mortar pit upgrading somewhere? Or where? Ah, really defensive though.
This is a vastly different game, but we had just before, because both of the players are playing a more macro kind of game, where both of them are playing defensively, trying to out macro the opponent. and HulkSmash is a bit more on the artillery heavy side, which is really strong on Feymonville. Like this
One of our munitions
mortar
points
emplacement
being
in your
neutralized.
base is going to
Bazookas
cover
close.
half of the map, and these artillery beacons are also. So
So no bunker spam. Sad. Nah, I'm actually happy. I'm scarred for life, man, from bunkers.
FeriG is not really known for using static defenses.
Nah, he's not the kind of guy. The thing though, what I'm seeing, the biggest problem that I have with coastals, if you can call it a problem though, is what's your late game follow-up? Like, this has nothing late game. You only have the bikes, which are obviously really strong, but that's it. You have no tanks, no off-map, nothing. So
You're just playing substandard Wehrmacht with murders and tier 4 if you can afford it, things and stuff. And your infantry is actually, when these guys reach Wet 2, Wet 3, they are not bad. The only downside is you can't merge. So they have a really bad synergy with the Flux 30 that you can't save them in a tricky situation with the merge. That's their only downside. But the Grenadiers are not better when we are just considering infantry against infantry combat than.
by the way,
Then
Captain
coastals.
Dan gets rebuilt. I missed the wipe earlier.
Okay, so FeriG is having a medic bunker in his base too, in addition to the base here. This is needed with coastals because you get free reinforcement. You going to get lots of manpower during a 30 minutes game from this. And
Yeah.
actually, the coastal bunker is cheaper if you get it after you have the bunker
Yeah, but
discount
FeriG
abilities.
does not have it.
Yeah.
Man, FeriG must be so annoyed by this cards, the artillery barraging in middle.
Actually, HulkSmash is having a really good counter to what FeriG is doing.
Yeah, it's amazing how this plays out with the beacons and the mortar pit. FeriG wants to stand still and cover and deal the damage, but he can't because he's constantly getting barraged.
And HulkSmash is just pumping out MGs, and FeriG doesn't have answer to them. One
he-
Flux 30 is not going to cut it. Okay, so it's actually tier 4 from FeriG, and he's having a Stoßtrupp. I'm using the family-friendly content name of the unit.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Stoßtrupp will greatly help against the MGs, especially once they hit Veteran C1. Being able to break suppression is a huge thing.
The only question is what's going to be HulkSmash follow-up, because it looks like to me he went for training. Yes, he went for training and he went for surviving training and advanced logistics.
Yeah, he is.
Both of them. So going for tier 4, it's a long shot.
I don't think we'll see T4. I think it will be a really heavy infantry build order.
It's like 6 more minutes until he get a Sherman. So that's a really long shot. But is he just going to sit there with MGs and artillery?
Well, it's working at the moment. Do you know the, I call it the PAX build order? Not sure if he is the OG guy, but do you know, seen that? Where he goes for multiple MGs with this doctrine and artillery observer, and then later just builds tier 1 and gets rangers as anti-tank, upgrades them, and basically stays on tier 1, tier 2 for the entirety of the game.
Yeah, but that's a PEX build. It's not really tournament compatible, competitive compatible, in a sense that it's really RNG dependent. What kind of weapon do you get from the loot box?
Fair enough, fair enough.
Because if you can get 6 bazookas, then yeah, good. If not, then no, it's not good.
Well, you can get the other weapons on the observers, I guess.
You can always just solve your anti-tank problems with the 75, but if you manage to lose them, then it's going to be a problem. And because they nerfed the disable shot with the 75, now it's not disabling a Tiger anymore. It's kind of tricky.
I'm telling you, man, I will fight you on this. I saw Tigers losing a 1v1 against the Raider with 6 bazookas. It just evaporated into thin smoke.
Okay, so it's the Rentablob coming from HulkSmash. Looks like he's trying to get map control with this, which is going to be good because FeriG doesn't have any MGs.
By the way, Private Jackson's on
Sniper
the
is also
field.
coming.
Sadly, no bell tower where he can chill and then get blown off by a barger.
Engineer squad has been killed.
I love how HulkSmash's artillery observer is just sitting there next to the beacon from minute 2 of the game.
Yeah,
And it was never healed or reinforced.
Nah, man. He will stay there till he dies or the game is over.
Oh no, the Rentablob is destroying the tier 1 for FeriG. He's not going to be able to get an MG.
Deploying engineers now.
This is the most annoying thing that can happen.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
And
Might lose even tier 2.
yeah, the Stostrup is in trouble.
Control now.
If it goes through the Rentablob, but I don't think it's going to.
Can he get... Gets a little bit of damage done.
Oh my god, it's trying to destroy the tier 2 too. Oh my god.
Tier 2 would be actually huge.
Okay, the next Rentablob needs to go in the other side of this big tree line here.
Yeah,
and it's going to destroy the tier 2 and it's just... Okay, the Brumber is coming, by the way, so... Maybe it can do something, but it takes a million years for a Brumber to destroy a Rentablob.
Yeah.
Do we have... we don't have bazooka upgrade yet, but HulkSmash can get it. It would be really good to get it at this point.
Yeah, I guess the Brumber definitely needed.
And he needs a couple of bazookas to deal with this. Okay, regarding VPs, it's somewhat even.
Slight advantage for Hulk though, roughly 100 VPs.
Victory point. Now
Man,
under enemy
FeriG,
control.
he fought such a nice strategy where he can sit and cover and just wait. And what does HulkSmash does, he just gets those pesky beacons.
This US build really shows that there are some US builds which makes... So there are some US builds where you need so little effort to play and your opponent needs so huge effort to counterplay. Because these MGs are just sitting there doing nothing, they're on autopilot mode, and FeriG has to dodge every artillery's flares, which coming every 40 seconds.
Movement near a victory
Yeah.
point.
To be fair though, it kind of the counterplay to coastals, right?
Mass infantry assault.
Yes,
initiated.
I mean,
They've captured
FeriG
victory
going for coasters was kinda ambitious. I think he knew that this strategy exists, so and HulkSmash is known for having a really good
Have a surplus of command points.
strategies. Maybe he's the player who has the most wide, most unique and the widest array of strategies, but he can utilize.
Research carried out.
But maybe the Brumber will win the war on its own because nobody's able to penetrate it.
Do we have? We don't have bazooka training still yet. Okay, half track is 75 is down.
Our half track is scrapped.
At this point,
How did the half-track
FeriG,
die?
the Schreckjäger killed it. There was
Ah.
a flanking Schreckjäger from the other side.
Enough.
But as you can see, the Brumbar is just taking an infinite amount of time. There is still no bazooka training.
105 howitzers are now in the field.
But HulkSmash is having a great
Hands.
map control.
No, he
Okay,
will
FeriG
harass tier 2 again, nope.
FeriG going to have fuel to get another vehicle in like a minute.
P4 or another Brumba?
I don't think P4 is good against bazooka spots, so it has to be another Brumbar.
Yeah, P4 will just die, right?
It's more vulnerable, you need more repairing time and everything, so it's just another Brumbar, it has to be.
T4 coming up from Hulk, interesting. I would have stayed now in this combo. Get maybe 2 more half tracks out,
Enemy forces
Zoom
are
training,
converging on a
and
fuel
then
point.
I don't see FeriG countering this anytime soon.
Here for is coming, but it's still like 1.5 minutes for a vehicle. Maybe he's going to get a Hellcat, which can get pretty cheap, and is going to deal with the Brumbar.
Yeah, I think
Now
Brumba,
under enemy control.
Hellcat against the Brumba is a good call.
Mark target and the
Brumba is
Brumbar.
mark targeted. But half track can't follow up. Might even get picked off. He's not retreating. Here we go. He's running back.
It's still not bazooka upgrade. Can someone send a message to HulkSmash to get a bazooka upgrade? This is
Send someone to over his.
this is annoying to know that he doesn't have.
Such a good upgrade, man.
Yeah, absolutely. A must have.
Another infantry assault is ready at the rear. Give the word.
Oh boy. The beacon nearly wiped the Pioneer.
This bunker at the mid is really annoying. It takes so much, it's so durable. It's extremely durable.
You know what? Coles is tasting their own medicine. Feels good, man. Let's have a look how far the mortar already moved out of the emplacement. He's going the extra mile.
More beacons are coming down, but the placement is not the greatest. It can't reach the. Oh, that it does. It does reach the house. Nice. This is a good way to get out an MG from that house for 50. Okay, middle. There is a big fight happening.
Brumba has to be careful, but Zook Squad has to be careful as well.
Oof, that was a bit lucky that it didn't get wiped.
It's time for the blob.
Rent a blob, and there is a Hellcat almost here. This is going to be a big counter push from HulkSmash.
MG just
If he
got
plays-
used by the Obersoldat side eyeing them. Hellcat is out, but P4 is out as well.
Ferry went for the P4. It's an interesting choice, but I guess you need something with a rotating turret against a Hellcat. But obviously, Ferry she doesn't know if this is tier 4 at this point for the US.
Yeah.
Okay, now he knows there is a Hellcat. I think he sees it now.
But feels like
Yeah.
FeriG was able to recover. Map is really red.
Okay, this.
Oh, no
my God.
ammo for snare, or did FeriG forgot?
He used the snare on the half track. I'm really not fun seeing the Hellcat used like this. I've seen so many games where the Hellcats were just thrown away by just being too aggressive with it.
Yeah, people always want to trade off the Hellcat, like I would dive and die and then I have to trade it off, but oftentimes they don't trade off and then it's just a loss.
Another thing what I hate to see is combat repairing a Brumbar, and they are being repaired faster than they can be damaged with a Hellcat.
Ah, that's fun. Kappa.
The
The
other
Brumba is
side,
really annoying.
Coastal is holding at the top, decrewing an MG. That's really good. If Ferry can get and grab that, but I don't think he's paying attention. He's paying attention to this fight.
Half track crushed the wire, it's now snared.
Germans are winning this engagement.
Oh, HulkSmash is falling apart. I think tier 4 tech was a mistake.
I don't know if you can fill in one more Hellcats. There is one more week. I think this survivor training and the logistics is just slowing down this build a lot.
A fuel point is being seized
Because
by the enemy.
you are operating with really cheap units, expect the artillery observer, but the MGs are really cheap to reinforce. So getting advanced logistics here, I think it's just not as good as getting for tier 4. And FeriG is building the secret weapon, the 80 bunker, which has a 17-pounder range.
Yeah, this will be... Wow, it should not be that hard to remove.
Enemy won't let up. We're down to 250 points.
How is HulkSmash going to remove this?
Infantry assault is ready.
There's a mortar.
Give the word.
Hit if you didn't pick Veterans 1 and with airburst, you can go for the delayed fuse. That's like
The mortar
one-
delayed fuse is not as good as the Scott delayed fused. It takes a million years to destroy a bunker. And
Reports of enemy movement
I think
from
FeriG can
this
still pick the ability which reinforces his bunkers. Okay, FeriG is pushing in the
Oh,
P4.
Ferry is a little bit greedy there.
It was an okay push. He had flank defense from with the broom bar, so
Territory lost.
Second Hellcat is on the way.
FeriG is going to be able to offer the vehicle soon. It can be a second P4. I think that's what he's going to get.
Yeah, second P4 that he's pop capped.
The enemy have taken territory from us.
The VPs are pretty equal, so
Yeah,
both of
HulkSmash needs to drain though at least 60 VPs.
We have a Hellcat reporting for duty.
If he loses,
I
then
think-
he has still VP lead.
I think HulkSmash is aware that there is 80 bunker at the middle.
Mass infantry assault.
That whole middle thing is just completely controlled. Hellcats can't operate there. It's really annoying.
Yeah, he needs to get rid of the bunker. Or the flak, either one of those.
Okay, it looks like to me FeriG is building another bunker at the left VP side to control that whole side also.
200 points remaining.
And
Front line.
he is having the self-repairing bunker ability.
Good old Bulwark. Bulwark never disappoints. And the flak man. Getting right
But-
phosphorus though.
Do we have bazooka upgrade?
Of
Yes,
course.
we have.
We have! Damn.
Yes, we
Looks
have.
like someone actually sent HulkSmash the message. Oh, Bazooka Squad might get picked off. Has to retreat. One more shot from the bomber.
Hellcats getting into position, but the 80 bunker is up and ready. Yes, it's ready at this moment. It's started to shooting at the Hellcats.
Gets one shot in, but
Okay.
before is out of position.
Oh, there was a
Nice
mine.
mine.
Hey,
He might get the Brumbat,
Okay.
or might get the P4
Brumbar
even.
is down.
Hellcat has been wrecked.
Random Blob is doing its work. And look at
And
the
HulkSmash
H-Web.
just used the H-Web. Yeah,
Damn it.
really good.
The captain's been killed.
Can it destroy it? Yes, it did. Really good push from HulkSmash. If he can get out by not hitting a mine with his Hellcats, it's.
I would destroy the
it's a-
bunker and then just drive through the middle.
But can FeriG repair faster
No.
than the Hellcat is destroying the bunker? That's the question.
With mortar support, no.
Oh, but I don't think.
Or he should have.
Can
guessed
it
the
get
mine.
out? Nah, I don't think it was worth it to destroy that bunker for a Hellcat.
What killed the Hellcat? Was it the flag?
The Schreckjäger from the
Oh,
rear
the
shot.
Schreckjäger. Yeah, okay.
And the rear shot is doing more damage in dispatch. So.
Yeah. So maybe greed.
Considerably more damage. Yeah. I think it was a little bit of throw on HulkSmash side. Having that Hellcat would be great.
New P4s on the field. Pioneers getting rebuilt.
Yeah.
And Captain Dan had to be rebuilt.
FeriG is having lots of fuel, but he's starving on manpower. On the other hand, HulkSmash has 400 manpower, but he doesn't have the fuel for a vehicle. There is 1 more minute until the next Hellcat, so...
Yeah, map control at the moment is not looking particularly well for HulkSmash, so...
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
Surprisingly, the VPs are almost the same as it was like 5 minutes ago. So both of the players are having good effort to
Yeah, but
control the
look at
map.
HulkSmash army.
Yeah, it's essentially nothing now. One bazooka squad is holding it together.
Yeah, he's dead basically. He has
Sector lost.
40 less
No
pop cap
contact.
than FeriG.
The problem is even if he gets a Hellcat and the Hellcat destroys the P4 without losing it,
Sector.
Ferry can have another vehicle soon. And he still doesn't have anything to stop the infantry, the Axis infantry.
Yeah,
He has 1 more MGs. That's it.
and that's AFK in the building.
Bazooka squad.
Second water pit
reporting in.
probably soon by HulkSmash.
And even if HulkSmash wins this game somehow, he has now less VPs than FeriG.
Yeah.
Bazooka squad's destroying
Cover.
Hellcat has
the
been
sandbags. That's a good move. You should always be destroying these things when you are not doing anything with your bazookas.
completed. The munitions point
Hellcat is
being
on the
attacked.
field. But is driving straight into
But
the
it's
Hellcat. To the Shrek.
Shrek Jäger is just happened to be there in the corner of the map.
They've captured a victory point.
No! FeriG fought the mortar is a build mortar.
That's not a mortar. What a bait.
Oh, what a bait! I love
This is relic faults.
this. Yes, it is.
Enemy
He thought it's a
control all
mortar.
victory
No.
points.
Oh, glorious. By the way, second Private Jax is on the way. We don't even know how the first one died, so it probably died a
We're
rather
losing our
uninspired
capture
death.
To be honest, snipers are so rare these days that I did not even notice it's lost. I seen that it's there doing some things, but haven't really heard him
Yeah.
the sniper
The
shooting.
thing though with
so-
USR Sniper, once it hits match point 3, it's unkillable with survival training. It has like 180, 190 HP.
Pushed us off a sector.
I don't necessarily think it's a super bad option to have, but people are not really using it. I only seen a couple of instances snipers being used as US with these similar builds to this
Here we
one
go.
with US, but I think it's in the current meta it's just better to get another MG instead of a sniper.
Yeah.
Being lost.
Maybe if MG is going to be nerfed as a Christmas present next year, maybe snipers are getting a single comeback. Okay, there's 2 P4s now.
We have 2 Zoo spots and one of them is vet 3. Did HulkSmash stabilize again? He's still really behind PopCap wise. And Sniper.
And the next Hellcat is just really far away. This bazooka squad needs to be do miracle.
I don't think the next unit should be a Hellcat.
But FeriG is just a better player than losing his P4s
Like
to
that, yeah. But he needs
to bazooka
anti-infantry.
squads.
He needs something to contest the
Battle retake the
Obersoldaten.
field.
Stoßtruppen. And sniper.
Okay, another renter blob is coming on the left VP.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Yeah, that's true desperation if you use the renter bomb like this.
A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
The flak, man. It's the bane
Good
of
use
this
of
game.
Get
Ground.
the wounded
Yeah,
enemy.
FeriG did a really good job keeping it alive. It's wet free now, so it didn't really do, I mean, like a miracle or something, but it was a steady defense piece
Yeah.
in FeriG's arsenal throughout the whole game.
Well, he microjet really well in the early and mid game against beacons.
Yeah, and FeriG did a good job to get rid of the beacons as soon as he had the opportunities to do. There was like 3 beacons in the map, and
Yeah.
all of them are gone now.
Territory out of
One
supply.
beacon is
They
just
cut us off.
got recently built at the middle.
Oh, double P4 coming in. Captain Dead is red pinned and getting crushed.
Center is taking
The wet one ability just got out from cooldown for the P-Force, so that thing can also be used.
Cover his position.
The enemy is stealing our munitions point.
One Flamer PO is defending this building on the right side VP.
And will be successful because the MG jumped into the building.
Lost. They've captured the victory.
If the Flamer is in the mood of shooting, but it was not in the mood of
not in the
shooting,
mood
so
of
it gets,
shooting, so the MG will win.
gets suppressed. Epic.
Oh, glorious. I would be so mad. Second
Territory
haircut is
sector
out.
claimed by the enemy.
Imagine thinking you are smart, but Relic is smarter than you.
Ah, good old. Oh, Shrek Vet 3 will ambush.
Good ambush. Ooh, that was...
Yeah, Hulk is dead. He won't leave the base anytime soon.
Overall, FeriG managed to win the macro game. He did it really nicely. It's really hard to do against this many artillery and MGs.
Yeah,
But-
it's really frustrating to play against that, so FeriG really keep his cool.
But HulkSmash had a really fascinating push at the middle during that vehicle fight, so I think saving that haircut would be an opportunity to win,
I think
but
it's the
not
same
the
issue that he had
100%.
last game. He's great anti-tank, but has no anti-infantry. And then 2 corner piece units to Stoßtruppen and the flag broke his back.
Yeah. This is the problem if you are forced to go haircuts and you are not having riflemen or anything. The 30 cars can eventually just fall behind, especially if you lose them.
Call everyone back. We're down to 10 points.
And there was some unlucky losses, like one MG was lost to a coastal in the side of the map and these kinds of things. Okay, big push coming. This is a last resort push, but it's just for the show.
It's for the fans, man.
That was a sniper. He's dead.
Private Jackson died.
Hellcat has been wrecked.
Again?
Yeah, sorry, I just had the voice line, but I don't know where.
Okay, good game.
That's true. That was a fun game to watch. Definitely. I think HulkSmash macro is amazing. Especially his early game, mid game macro is just insanely good. His strategy crafting, how he thinks about, how he approaches things are really good. But in the late game, it kind of fall apart there for him.
Yeah, on the strategy kind of sense, HulkSmash did really good. FeriG, I think his strategy choice was arguably it was good because he won the game, but it was really painful to watch early game, let's say the least. but overall, FeriG's macro and the micro with this Flux 30 was just top tier.
Yeah, I agree. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back in a couple of seconds with gate number 3. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for game number 3. Can HulkSmash make the miracle happen and make a reverse sweep, or will FeriG be decisive and win 3-0? We are today on road to Tunis. HulkSmash had faction picks, so he decided to go for USF again. FeriG went for DAG. What are we expecting to see, my dear friend Mule?
Okay, so HulkSmash banned Panzerjäger battle group, not the Bersaglieri one, so obviously Ferry is going to use that. I'm a bit surprised that Ferry went for Duck, because he doesn't really consider this a super viable option against US. So if HulkSmash picked US first, I don't know why FeriG picked Duck, but I guess he's seen the Bersaglieri commander is open, so he can do a really powerful push with this early. So HulkSmash is going for Riflemans.
I'm surprised to see Riflemen. I think MGs are so good against DAG.
I think HulkSmash need to do something out of the ordinary here, because in this series he needs to win 3 more games in order to win. So yeah, at this point, you need to do something which the opponent might not going to be expecting.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay, so this is some standard stuff. There's one Bersaglieri at each side. This is just delaying the opponent. The bicycle is not here actually, so Bersaglieri needs to go away.
Bike was busy capping, but decides now to come in though. But overall, HulkSmash is in a better position. Ferry has to pull back.
Yeah, but FeriG managed to grab that fuel, and he's getting the other fuel right now. So the fuel difference is 10, which really favors Duck, especially if it's tier 1 US. Because the half track is going to be super slow, and the flak can be super fast. And everything is about the flak timing here.
Yeah, when the flak hits and you have no counter as yourself on the field, you are dead.
And if you're having a really bad opening with US, then Greyhound are out of the question. They are just coming too slow, especially if you need to put down healing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a fast infantry support center. Okay, after the third rifleman.
Maybe Graham got buffed, right?
Enemy contact.
It's an okay choice. I don't know if in a tournament setting people are going to try it, risk it. We will see. I don't think we've seen too many Greyhound planes in the last tournament, right?
Last tournament, none. Maybe once or twice, but really uncommon. This tournament we saw some actions in the first round.
Okay, so Medic is coming for HulkSmash, which makes sense because he's taking damage. Oh my god, the Flamer and the Bersaglieri is coming.
Oh, this will hurt, man. And Hulk
the bike needs 200 more XP, 100 more XP until that one. At this point, this army will be unstoppable.
Yeah, try
but
some
now
rounds.
he's decapping.
Will be pretty good.
Yeah, this is a big problem with rifleman based builds that. Okay, he couldn't prevent the decap of the cutoff. This is a big problem with the US based builds. If you are not having an awesome early game, an amazing one, you're not winning the first fight. You're really, really behind.
Yeah, and Berser just have such an amazing...
Defend our victory point.
HulkSmash banned Panzerjäger command.
Ground infantry!
And breakthrough. Both of the players banned breakthrough.
Yeah, and yeah, I think Aussies as well, and I forgot the USF one. I think it was airborne.
Jump to it, boys!
Yeah, it was airborne.
I'm hit, man!
We still have BG elimination, so if you use the BG, you can't use it again, or you don't.
No,
we
you
don't
can
have
use it
anymore.
again.
Control.
Uh-huh.
I think I don't want to make it that complicated.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because eventually in a best of 5 you will have only 2 commanders to pick from. So,
Maybe let's have a wait what we will get in the fall or autumn patch with the new battle groups.
okay, it's a 6-minute flak.
Oh boy, the flak is out before you can even call it the Panzerjägers. Oh.
And HulkSmash is building a motor pool tier 3,
Yeah, HulkSmash.
and at this rate it's 2 more minutes until he can get a Greyhound.
One of our
Yeah.
sectors is now in enemy hands.
And there is no rapid production because there is no armor. It was banned.
Yeah, flak
Okay,
will
FeriG needs to read this. He needs to see there is no half track, so he needs to be really, really aggressive with this flak. He needs to just perk in his base.
But that will be really hard to read.
Victory point is under attack. We must act.
I mean, there is a Berserklian in front of the base. There is a bike spotting at the mid.
A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Okay, he's going for the cutoff. I think he knew, FeriG knows. Okay, there is an 80 gun coming. That's the second. This is the last resort options for HulkSmash here.
Yeah, he has to do it, right? Till round is out his way too long. Until then, he will lose the
Victory
whole
point is
map.
under enemy control now.
Okay, so decapping of the VP is happening. HulkSmash is sending units to the side. Try to decap the fuel,
They've cut us off.
taking the VP.
We've lost the territory sector.
Yeah, this will hurt.
Our opponent has all.
Okay, FeriG called in the Jaegers.
Act now.
To be fair, it's always the safe bet, but I think this is one of the few games where you can justify to go for assault grenadiers.
Absolutely, you're right. The problem is just you don't know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
and there is going to be a Greyhound as the next unit. So, and you need a Jaeger around your half track to deal with the.
No smoke upgrade yet for FeriG, so
Greyhound.
2 shots are enough to kill the flak from the AT gun.
Yeah, actually, you can calculate this with US because
Reinforce as required, Commander.
this is going to be the earliest timing, the 8-minute when Doc can afford the smoke upgrade if it goes for the calling, the half track calling,
Yeah.
but it has to go for because or else he doesn't have healing.
A fuel point.
Greyhound is in the Greyhound has to do some magical work, man.
Our territory is cut off from
He needs to
supply.
perform a
Connect
miracle.
with it.
Okay, HulkSmash is having ammunition. Oh, the bike is down. That's bad. That was a good shot from HulkSmash.
Green light to reinforce nearby
The
squad.
problem with Doc, if you start losing units, even if it's a bike, it's such a crippling effect.
Yeah. Bike eventually. Oh, I think minute 9 it's okay, but the bike dies around this time. Obviously not the best, but it's okay at this time when you have the flak already out.
Okay, so FeriG has 2 options here. He either can go for the Caros, or he still go for the LMG upgrades for the Berserkliaris, but he's just not upgrading them. It doesn't really make sense to get the 6 model as soon as possible, because it's because it's just going to
Captured a victory.
mess up your manpower economy. Okay,
Yeah,
so he went it. So he went for the Braiders. Okay. In that case, FeriG likes to play with 80 guns, so it can be an 80 gun
Frontline forces.
or a tier 2 play. Tier 2 can also still be valid. but knowing FeriG, it might be an 80 gun answer to this Greyhound.
Greyhound might get the wipe there if HulkSmash commits, but nope, he's too scared.
It's just too risky. A mine can be anywhere there, and the Panzerjägers can be there too. So
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think it was a safe option for HulkSmash not to chase it. Okay, so I think they're waiting for the next heal. Yes, heal triggered. We have smoke now for FeriG.
Yeah, also, I have to admit, HulkSmash really fought his back on the map. He went for Pershing, for heavy weapons.
Yeah, I mean, this is why these players are the best, because even if there is a strategy which going to put you behind early, they're just not giving up, and they're just trying to get back.
Yeah.
And this is why this makes these games so amazing.
Yeah.
So a big fight is happening at the mid.
We have a 30 kill on the way. Assuming it will be upgraded right into a 50 kill.
Defend our victory
It's a good decision, I think.
Yeah, crowd control against the Berserkers is good. And
But
if you can whoever the storm against the Berserkers, I think like in the mid game, in the late game, they're kind of getting weaker over time.
We must act.
And meanwhile, USF heavy weapons will have the stronger late game. But for this, HulkSmash has to survive into the late game.
Yeah, the problem is with this Berserk commander, it doesn't have any answer to the Pershing. The Panzerjäger can just one button it, so that's good. But with Berzas, you have to rely solely on Marders and 80 guns, and they're not the best counters.
No.
Okay, the 50 guys saving this 80. Saving this 80 was really crucial. Do we have advanced logistics? Let's check.
Nope.
A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
Second AT gun maybe?
They've captured a victory point.
Or a second MG, something like this.
Supplies are cut off.
We will see how HulkSmash is going to
React to this.
continue
Yeah.
this game. Okay, so it's actually a tier 3 from FeriG. I guess there is multiple options here,
Victory point.
but I guess it's going to be P3.
Nicely
You have
denied the
5
mine there,
command points available.
Greyhound. No repair by the way yet for HulkSmash.
That's a bit problematic. And he just spent all his manpower on reinforcing, so still like it's 1 more minute until he get a repair unit.
The flamer pilot just walks through the Greyhound fire unscathed and jumps into the house.
We must pull this back. We're
And HulkSmash doesn't even have 80 grenades at this point. And no handheld 80. And there is no option for a bazooka squad. Oh, there is an option for a bazooka squad, so.
Oh, AT gun cordon. You don't see that often, this cordon that often anymore.
Oh my god, the Greyhound is
Why go
getting...
down, hold fire, and run?
It's safe.
People use way too little hold fire bed at Cove 3. Because most units don't have the same vision range as range. So if you reveal yourself without because you're not holding fire, the enemy can kill you. But if you hold fire, you disappear to the fog of war.
It's more useful against 80 guns, but these handheld things, the range is not that different from the vision, and after you manage to hit it, it's still going to be revealed for until the next volley, so it's rarely used. It's rarely needed against handheld 80, but against 80 guns it's absolutely a good choice to do.
Oh, Captain Dan went for the off-map mortars.
Okay, so 80 grenades ready for HulkSmash. So FeriG, what is he going to get from tier 3?
By the way, I have to say that I love that HulkSmash always picks camo over smoke retreat on the scouts. It's such a rare thing to see. But he has so much vision now because of this.
FeriG is jumping on the 80 again.
Yeah, it was out of position.
The Greyhound needs to be moving to save this. 50 cal is in trouble too.
50k might get the crude.
Anti-tank gun is out of action.
Yeah, that's a goner.
I feel HulkSmash is it doesn't have enough APM to solve this problem right here. He's not really controlling his riflemen.
Yeah, it felt like his units were out of position.
Enemy won't let up. We're down to 250 points. Commander, our anti-tank defenses are failing.
But Panzerjägers are off the field.
Lost the weapon crew. All dead.
But there's an 80 gun at the middle.
Yeah, but Greyhound should
But-
get away. But HulkSmash is like so all over the place in the middle. He's not getting anything done.
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
There is one more Berso from the back. Feri is playing this fight really well.
Yeah, 50k gets destroyed.
Commander,
80 gun is
our anti-tank
troop
defenses are failing.
again.
Even if Feri is not winning here, he just made so much damage.
He's winning and he's doing a lot of damage.
Infantry logistics.
I mean, but even if he's not winning right now,
Ah.
it's just a tremendous amount of damage.
Yeah, it's
HulkSmash has 0 manpower, he still has reinforcements to do. FeriG is done with reinforcements, still have 400 manpower, can't get a P3 or anything.
HMG team deploying.
It's interesting that Feri just tagged up
Advanced
tagged up to
logistics
tier
reduces the cost of
3, but he just called in an 80 gun instead. From the second reserve calling, so
yeah, fair. I
It
think
was a
the
bit of a
80 gun
waste of
calling was
resources.
not needed, but dramatically helped out with this one engagement. It was able to destroy the 50 cal.
to be honest, it was good because it zoned out the Greyhound really nice. This Greyhound is
Is that? Nah, the suppression might save the day. Nope. Yeah.
Damn it.
But he gets the snare off.
Ground has been destroyed.
50
I don't know how
Clutch with 80 gun support.
these things as Doc doesn't worth it.
One of our munitions
Trading a
forces
Greyhound to a
neutralized.
flock is not even sane universe regarding trading.
We have a Tiger stall for FeriG coming up.
That's interesting. Okay, so this is why you didn't get anything for tier 3. And the Tiger is like 4-5 minutes away.
Defend our victory.
Yeah, but with the loss of the flag, it's a lot of firepower loss. And I think HulkSmash can compensate the loss of the Greyhound better than FeriG can the loss of the
Point is under
Uh,
flag.
enemy control now.
Especially with US, yeah. So if you're stalling for a Tiger and you lost the flock and now you force out the field, I think Feri is just giving too much breathing space.
Yeah. And the new 50 cal coming in clutch, man.
50k. Okay, so how much VP does HulkSmash has? He has 9.
Close to 10,
So-
but he needs to unlock half-track, exchangeable parts, and then the Pershing.
But it's not super far away. I mean, it's realistic that he's going to have a Pershing by the time there is a Tiger coming.
Yeah.
So, if he's not spending anything else, but at this point, maybe a BR upgrade, what he needs.
Engineers
I would have
spotted.
rebuilt
Killed.
Greyhound.
I don't think he's going to have another vehicles because he just lost his engineer.
Yeah.
HulkSmash.
He's getting another 50 cal.
Area secure. Taking losses.
Okay, so there was lots of VP pressure
Victory point.
to HulkSmash from FeriG. He's around 200 now.
Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
But as soon as as long as he can
We're losing the fuel point.
control the map, he's fine. You just need to stall for the Pershing.
How much CP?
Enemy machine gun is
Pershing itself is
positioned.
10. Half-track
It's
is 1, and
It's
exchangeable
11,
parts.
11 plus 2.
11
So it's 13. He needs 2 and half
Training
more.
will improve the survivability of
That's
our
not
infantry in the
super
field.
much, but without a vehicle, it's a bit hard to achieve.
We've lost a sector.
Yeah, 80,
So-
80 damage always gives a lot of CP.
The
Oh, I think he's over-investing into upgrades. Survivor training and bar, I think both is a little bit too much.
Oh no, no, don't do that.
Point is under attack.
HulkSmash,
We must act.
cancel that. Both of the players have really low fuel income right now.
Survival course is complete. They've captured a victory point. Our line is collapsing. Enemy taking our
Man,
point.
Tiger
think-
against the Pershing, this will be the matchup of the year. Even though we had yesterday Black Prince against Tiger, that was already fun.
Okay, FeriG is using the half tracks in his base. This is uncharacteristic from him. He often just keep them in base, but now he's using them. But they don't have
have no
combat half
matchups,
track
yeah.
upgrades, so they are
Well, at Vet 3 they're suppressed.
amazing on vet 3.
Yeah, but-
It's just really hard to get them to vet 3, especially if there is two next to each other, because they are sharing the veterancy. So
I think FeriG is a little bit greedy. Might lose the...
We're down to 200
No,
points.
he reacts. What a peasant thought of me that he will lose the blast inside of the house to the AT gun.
A victory point has fallen into enemy
FeriG
control.
is really close to Tiger.
1 more minute until he can win it.
Yeah, and Tiger has only smoke, but still, man.
Eventually he will able to get other upgrades. Okay, there are and HulkSmash also get the BRs. And now he's getting demolition packages. Man, this Pershing is never coming.
Nah, he will never get. Maybe some heavy AT bites will save the day against the Tiger.
That's realistic. He has 300 ammo, and FeriG only has 1 minesweeper.
One sweeper.
So-
only.
He has minesweeper.
Territory point is no longer under our control.
Okay, Tiger is on the field.
Commander?
Yeah, but when Tiger arrives before you get to call it, it's something went horribly wrong.
And HulkSmash should only just need 1 more CP for the Pershing.
Yeah, and AT fuel.
If only the survivor training was not researched. And he's getting CPs really rapidly.
Yeah, I think he will not bite his ass that he got survival training.
Oh, he went for the towed anti-tank option. Okay, let's see. And he called it in too.
God damn it. The captain's been killed.
Oh, the captain just died in the worst possible moment. He would really need this mark target against this Tiger.
He went off map mortar barrage anyways.
Activity. There are
Oh, in that case, it might be better to lose it and just get another captain with the proper ability.
Now set up both AT guns and get the
a victory
barrage
point under
off.
attack. We must act.
But he doesn't know. But he doesn't know. And half-track strong point was used. This additional range.
Look at the damage. Oh, mouse shot bounced.
To maintain pressure.
But it doesn't have vision anymore.
Oh. He tried
Yeah,
with that,
man.
oh, God.
That was a really good effort.
Anti-tank crew killed in action.
And it
It
also
would-
has gallant stand, so
Yeah.
with this, the fire rate is really rapid for this.
Here we go. Barraging.
Let's see the new barrage. It's actually dealing some damage, even if... Okay. This is an unorthodox way of dealing with a Tiger, but I think HulkSmash has some chance here. We have all the upgrades, we have riflemen, we have double BRs,
We have the big boy AT gun.
we have 250 cans. If he doesn't start losing riflemen and get back the captain with the mark. And so FeriG is only having 2 repair units, so it takes some time until the Tiger can be repaired. Let's check the upgrades. Okay, so self repair is coming for FeriG. Only the rapid advance is needed.
By the way, Red 3, 5 men,
But
50 cal, will never die. He needs a pioneer to repair the half track.
To deploy. Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
He really needs not to lose this. He needs proper defenses around it.
Serve with gallantry. Hold the line.
Really good hits. Oh no.
The Tiger Man getting
Hordes of
beat
enemy
up
movement near
there.
our victory
I
point.
think the gallant stand was used on it, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it's taking additional damage, so I think the rifleman positioning was really bad.
Near a victory point.
Yeah,
the
but the
riflemen would be-
halfback will get decrewed because there's nothing to follow up.
Anti-tank gun is out of action.
There was a bit of throwing here, I think. The 50 cars were out of position, the rifles were out of positions.
We're taking fire!
Okay, okay.
We've taken
Still
them down
saved.
to 300 points, Commander.
Tiger is going for the 50
He
car.
needs more 50 kills. One more.
Yeah, I think one more. Okay, the building was destroyed. Nice, completely, so we can shoot over it.
On your word.
This is why HulkSmash is such a unique player that I think FeriG wouldn't expect this big AT to come. That's for
Nobody
sure.
does because it's so rarely picked.
It's not that bad, to be honest. It's just the Pershing is so fucking broken.
Exactly,
Sorry
the
for the
Pershing is so
language.
good that
Crowd's got us pegged!
Especially because the barrage was really bad on this. If they fix the barrage, I think they did. It's still a considerable amount of damage now.
HMG team
So
deploying.
in that case, and everything is +1. So now it's +1 model for the AT
Yeah.
gun.
Enemy is
If it's
viewing our
fully
objective point.
fully
if
reinforced,
it's
it gets even
fully
more.
reinforced plus half-track strong point plus gallant stand is used, this thing, the Tiger is not going to frontally push this for sure.
It already struggles to push this from the front.
Yeah, and HulkSmash is controlling the VPs nicely, so one more.
FeriG has anti-tank, or artillery overwatch, or however you want to call it, up.
A munitions point is being attacked.
That thing can be used against this. That will be a deciding moment.
Here we go!
Uh-huh.
Button has been pushed!
Okay, HulkSmash needs to dodge this. Oh my god, he's not pulling the thing away. No.
Frontline weapons will make their stand.
Okay, in that case, HulkSmash
Maybe he
needs to
knows
call in
something that we
another
don't
one.
know. But you will lose a rifleman.
A weapon has been decrewed.
I think. I don't know, man. This thing, everything would mean just needed to be retreated, and this thing needed to be
Yeah.
pulled out.
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to hold this was not a good idea.
He needs to recruit now.
But even if he decrews it,
Victory point now under enemy control.
You can't throw it away, man!
okay, one Berza is down.
One
it
MG gets
survived.
stolen. It survived.
Okay, but
But
the big
look at
AT survived and one
HulkSmash
Berza is down. Okay, FeriG is getting a Flux 36. But
what?
what for? I think it was a misclick.
It has
I
to be.
think
He
it
wanted
was-
to get the Stuka.
Yeah. Someone send a message to FeriG quickly.
If he gets 88 out, it is like, what the fuck? What did I build?
At least he's going to have a medic truck.
Yes. Here we
That's a
go.
pretty expensive medic truck. What if he can snipe the medic truck, the US medic truck? With
Oh,
the
maybe that's the
Your
plan.
command. Sector gone. We must
Oh,
take it back.
Jaeger is here. No, that was a good pickup from FeriG. We need another big AT calling. But we also need MGs.
We need a lot of units.
FeriG is just
He's like, what
using the Flux
the?
36 like, okay, if I'm having it, I'm just going to put it here, whatever.
I swear you wanted to go for Stuka.
A victory point is under attack. We must act.
Okay, but FeriG is going to have triple cap soon, I think. So HulkSmash doesn't have too much point.
He has no army, man.
Weapons will make their stand.
And his HulkSmash doesn't really use the barrage. He needs to use it on
It costs
cooldown.
ammo,
Yeah, but he has it. Custom ammo is at 90.
but doesn't he need ammo for here Gallon Stand or whatever it's called?
Gallon stand is free. The half track strong point is 50, but it's on cooldown right now.
By the way, don't get the upgrade on the half track because you lose HP.
Sector lost. No contact.
The exchangeable parts?
Yeah,
What?
the half track now, the medic upgrade has less HP than the stock half track because of the
Yeah,
Assault
but
half
one
track.
of them can heal.
assault half track can't reinforce one.
Yes, but can't restore HP.
Ah, yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing that he upgraded it. Personally, I wouldn't upgrade it because this regular half track, regular 50 cal is just having such a big damage. It's really good to force off stranglers like Bersergliaris who can Panzerfaust it.
Territory from us.
So
Yeah, 2 of them now.
Half track scan ready as
okay, we have 2 of these, but we need the barrage.
We
Yeah.
need more MGs that you can keep a steady line.
Gallon stand needed to be used here.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
Damn, that's a lot of damage. I tell you,
FeriG really,
if FeriG
Really?
loses that, it's because of the
Gun is ready to
88.
deploy.
yeah, I think FeriG is really angry about it. This misclick.
Imagine HulkSmash steals the 88.
Okay, at this point we just need more MGs.
Yeah, just MGs, man.
We have 75.
And let's see how much ammo FeriG has. Okay, FeriG can use this artillery cover again. If HulkSmash doesn't mess this up again, and the weapon teams are not too close to each other, then I think there is a redemption arc here.
You can see the 88.
I think it's better to be just get destroyed and not eating PopCap.
Yeah, FeriG will be happy if it dies. It's a blocking pop cap.
Unless
They've captured a
HulkSmash tow it away and now has 3 big 80s.
If FeriG's not taking any chance, he destroys it himself.
That was a good move.
Oh, the humming of the 50 kills, man. Oh, it's
Stuka is here.
extended!
Stuka is here, but it's... Oh my god!
What?
The rally point.
FeriG,
Oh,
man, what is
no.
going on?
movement near our victory point.
Field upgrade. Sure.
Oh no.
Victory point still under enemy control.
I'm having a blast, man.
Defend our
Okay.
Here we go!
losing it.
Here we go.
HMG team deployed. They have taken our victory point.
If this push goes great for FeriG, he still can win, I think. HulkSmash has some manpower reserves, but not too much.
They pushed us off a sector. Anti-tank gun is out
Okay,
of
one of the big 80s is dead.
Yeah, but he expected it earlier that dies, so I think that's fine.
They got us pinned down over here.
Stolen 50k doing work.
Yeah, man, but that 5-man 50k will never die. And the that 3 50k also.
We've lost control of a sector.
Keep in mind, 50 cals still have the old veterancy from the 30 cals.
Son of a bitch!
So with the 5th man, they have a lot of damage reduction.
Yeah, at that 3 they are undistractable.
I'm telling you, but for 5 men, they will eat Stuka barrages for dinner.
Okay. We can get another big 80 now. HulkSmash has multiple options here, but I think getting another big 80.
Oh, Tiger Bite gets there. Nope.
That's a long shot.
New Stuka's on the way.
But HulkSmash really needs to work on his VPs. He's getting more MGs, but the mid VP needs to be constantly controlled.
Keep your heads down! That's us, boys! Get ready!
Stuka's on the field, but this time it's not going towards the rally point.
Heavy machine gun has been requisitioned.
Hopefully the rally point is okay. It's good now. It's survived. It survived coming out from the base.
Area is ours.
Point secure. Keep alert. Germans might probe the area to see if we're still here.
New recruits in. Rifles reinforced.
Man, 50% only on the half
Germans
track
are down
makes
to
me
200 points. Keep it up.
uneasy.
Your upgrade arrived.
I guess it's just cheaper to get in another half truck than getting a repair.
So, fair enough. Oh, he barrages the 50 cal and not the...
The victory point is
Nice.
under attack.
Good recruit.
Must act.
It can be destroyed now with the Tiger. Nice.
Big boy Tiger needs to turn.
With 1 or 2 good hits, this right from Anna.
The victory point is under enemy control now.
There was the cover, deflecting the
Enemy
shot.
movement near a victory point.
Give them an answer, boys.
That's us, boys.
Scouts went free going for a scouting party.
This place, find cover!
HulkSmash using these scouts really nice.
I think it's one of the first guys that I actually see using Scout Recon.
Not many people using it for sure.
Look at the 50 cal MG. It got flanked by the Bersers, but HulkSmash is like, nah, it's fine. I will reposition.
Okay, another RT is coming. And now there is no second big 80 to back it off.
He's taking up HulkSmash. Cancel the tech and get the big 80.
Oh my god, the Stuka almost died again from the big 80. Jesus.
I think taking up is a mistake.
By the enemy.
Stacking up is a mistake here. We need more big 80s. But there is no vision. No vision on the big 80s, so
Yeah, so nothing is happening.
the Bears RT can't shoot at it.
But it's still 20 seconds
this-
up.
This was a really big base from FeriG in this. Ferry is getting a P3. Stuka is loaded, I think.
80. Tiger gets a warm welcoming shot on the side armor.
All teams.
Stuka fires.
Hold fast. Make your stand.
Yeah, I'm using the Stuka. Oh boy, it's actually more damage than I anticipated.
Really good Stuka hit.
He's pop capped.
The victory point has fallen into enemy
The 250 half tracks are taking so much.
Let's
Upkeep.
throw. You have to heal anyway. Just throw the 250s.
Yeah, in that case, I would just throw them and get the heal from the OP Blitz.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Or maybe they could use it as some transport for the bears just to flank these pesky MGs on the side.
Our victory point.
A Pyridane would be proud of you.
Enemy forces are converging.
The Tiger is just out of range of the big 80.
An entire
That free HG died. The unmanageable happened.
Stuka vet ability used.
We're losing the fuel point.
Okay.
80
80
gun
survived.
should survive. But double cap still running in the favor of HulkSmash. Oh, we have a dead Berser.
You've lost the territory sector.
This tier 4 was a really bad idea from HulkSmash. He could have more big ATs by now. Now he's getting a Hellcat.
Half-track strong point engaged. They'll take it from here.
Stuka again. This is a regular shot.
Could have been better,
Okay,
could have
that
been
did
worse.
It's okay. It did what it needed to do.
They're grasped. They're down
Maybe the
to
Hellcat for
point.
trading it off against the Stuka zu Fuß, because I think Stuka's the biggest threat at the moment.
That's right.
But then he could have used... Damn. Oh, you can snare the Tiger.
Stand.
Nope.
It's just too far away.
We have
Okay,
a
Hellcat is ready.
A victory point has fallen into enemy control.
The P3 is holding the side. The other side is held by a Berzegl. HulkSmash is almost out of VPs, but
He has drained a lot of VPs in a couple minutes, 10 minutes.
yeah, but he needs to win.
So much for peace and quiet.
This is some Fast and Furious stuff. It doesn't matter if you win by a mile or a speed.
Such a great game, man. I said yesterday the Macross against Red Wings, game number 1 was game of the tournament, because it was such a standard Black Prince Tiger matchup. But I have to adjust my opinion there. This game is even better enjoyable, man. It's such a unique experience.
I'm just a little bit disappointed in a sense that I think FeriG was making more mistakes than HulkSmash in this game,
Yeah.
but FeriG was just dominating still. I mean, it's a slugfest, it's a struggle, but it's pretty obvious who is ahead all throughout the game.
Point is under attack.
Yeah, but obviously FeriG, if he loses, he definitely has thrown the game with the 88 and the Stuka.
A victory point is under enemy control now.
The problem is, okay, the
Tiger might
Hellcat
die.
is doing a flank. Okay, if this big AT can land one more shot, it can, I think, yes. Okay,
Tiger is that P3 will get there.
H-Swap needs to be used. Don't go into
Oh, he
the
drives
arc
into
of
the arc of the 8.
Yeah.
Tiger survives with
Half-track
just
get
1
ready at strong
HP.
point. On your word.
Would destroying the Tiger change anything?
Maybe it forces at least a little bit of downtime.
Only 50 points.
Possibly.
Anti-tank gun is out of action.
But no, HulkSmash collapses.
Yeah.
He lost all his 50 kills.
Yeah, I don't think destroying the Tiger would matter. But this was a good attempt from HulkSmash for sure.
I think killing the Stuka was more important than killing the Tiger. Tiger was actually not doing that much. It was just absorbing AT gun fire.
At this point, if there will be still 3 riflemen up, destroying the Tiger would open some space for the riflemen
Well,
to do
FeriG can't
something.
reinforce anymore. He has at 103 pop cap.
Too much HT, too much 50 cal stolen.
Too many 50 kills change their order.
Hellcat has
I think this is a bit of a problem with the dock meta right now, that 250s can't really be utilized to anything.
He could have gotten water HTs out of them.
I mean, you can't really fit these things in, because if you do that 150
Germans down to 70
munition,
Say again,
I just
75
rather spend it on a Berserk, to be honest. That
Yeah, that's a
bring
good
you
point.
closer to winning than trying to mortar
Here we
a
go,
5
he
man.
throws the half track. Maybe not, he will get something.
Just there is a Hellcat there, but the Hellcat is going to be chased away.
M3 half-track has been destroyed.
That's game.
Do we have Reaper Advance? No, we don't have. We can't use the 250s for capping, sadly.
An anti-tank gun.
Okay. The big AT decrooped. The mid going to be captured now and held.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point. Heavy anti-tank. Deploying now.
New big boy AT guys on the field.
Victory point now under enemy control. Our barracks is under
But
attack.
that's game.
That's game. It was a good attempt from HulkSmash.
It's theirs now.
Really interesting.
I think
game
if he
to
would have
watch.
stayed of tier 3, tier 4 just got double big AT gun and Cheffies for flanking shit, he would have won.
Yeah, maybe a Cheffy just to destroy the Stuka. That would be a good move on the hindsight, yeah. This Hellcat was too much of an investment. For too little.
Enemy movement near a victory point. Serve with gallantry. Hold the line. They've captured a victory point.
An armored car! Spread out! Fuckers, spread out! God
Yeah. Tiger is pushing.
Only 25 points left.
What a mess of a game, man.
Don't know. Overall, I think the game was pretty structured.
Anti-tank crew killed in action.
It was more like a frontline base game than
Yeah,
just like
that's true, but I mean, mess of a game regarding about FeriG's late game hiccups with the Stuker and Flak. 36. And HulkSmash just
some
lost too many
mistakes.
units.
Territory isolated.
Yeah, game would be much more easier for Ferry if
Everyone
that
back. We're down
if
to 10 points.
if the first Stuka would be a Stuka and it wouldn't die.
Rifleman down.
Yeah.
No, sir. The Zone 3-inch gun is ready to deploy. 3-inch arriving
Oh my
on
god.
the field.
Can he be captured in time?
He
He did be
can,
captured in time.
but he has not enough time to hold the triple cap.
The victory point is under attack.
Yes, no rapid
Attack.
advance.
This 250 is going to destroy like the 50 car.
Nope. But the scout will do the trick.
The scout can finish it off, I think. Hopefully.
Come on, do your job!
A weapon has been decrewed.
Jesus. Now this
He
is
has
a
to
mess.
reload?
That's it. They only have 50 points left.
Okay, we have rapid advance now.
Defend our
Okay.
victory point. We're losing it.
So we can be captured.
What's this engagement?
The victory point has fallen into enemy control.
This game is a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest. Oh my god, a tiger.
On your order. Frontline
Oh,
weapons will
no.
take their stand. Enemy movement near a victory point. Our half track is scrapped.
Okay. The game will be sealed here.
Victory point.
GG.
3-0 for Mr. FeriG.
Fall back. This battle's over.
It was a really good
I had fun.
series, I think.
That was really good. And I think HulkSmash lost just to micro decisions in the late game.
And over in the series, HulkSmash has some build issues, which not necessarily lost him the game, but was a problem for sure. Ferry's build, despite these issues, these hiccups, was really well thought out, I think, and executed really good.
We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.